Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness is the 28th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is the sequel to Doctor Strange, directed by Sam Raimi, who directs his first superhero film since Spider-Man 3 in 2007. The film is also written by Michael Waldron, who is the showrunner and creator of Loki. This film stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Elizabeth Olsen, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Benedict Wong, Shakti Gomez, Rachel McAdams, Michael Stuhlbarg, and lots of other people. The film is 2 hours and 6 minutes long. And this film, non-spoiler review, talks about Doctor Strange cast Wanda trying to search for her children by bouncing around the multiverse as she tries to accumulate the power of America Chavez, as Doctor Strange and Wong are here to help. As I said, the film's 2 hours, 6 minutes, and PG-13. Welcome back to a brand new movie review here in Max Talks Movies. We're talking highly anticipated Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, streaming platform reviews, movie rankings, box office breakdown shows. Please subscribe and ring the bell. Also comment down below your thoughts on this film. Non-spoiler, I will be doing a spoiler review and breakdown on Monday. So non-spoiler, first of all, if you've seen the film, let me know, how do you like the film? This film has been a little bit more divisive than I thought it would be heading into seeing it. Let me know, where do you stand on this film? If you have not seen, tell me, are you going to see it this weekend? And how many times are you going to see this movie in theaters? And also, please like the video, guys. The thumbs up button, that's how you support this channel. Helps the algorithm. So the more you guys like the video, the more this video will be recommended for other YouTube viewers. Let's get into it. So before I actually want to start this, actually talk about my positives, my negatives, and my score, I want to talk about, a lot of people have been talking about, what do you have to see in the MCU before watching this movie? Now, I did a rewatch of WandaVision, What If, and Spider-Man No Way Home, and the first Doctor Strange film leading into this movie, just to make sure I was all set for the film. Now, I do think that if you've not seen WandaVision, if you're just a movie person, I think you will be very much confused with Wanda and a huge chunk of the plot line of the movie. Way more than I thought of, that the WandaVision show has a lot of after effects into this movie. So I would say, if you have not seen WandaVision, you definitely have to see WandaVision if you want to not be confused while watching the movie. This is kind of the first time a TV show has now become a major storyline in a film. So that was kind of exciting. You don't really have to see What If, and I think I've seen, everyone has seen Spider-Man No Way Home. So let's get into my positives. Couple positives I want to talk about here. Number one, I think Sam Raimi was the perfect director to direct not just a multiverse film, but a Doctor Strange film. He does a great job directing the action, but also there's a lot of horror ideas thrown out here, a couple of jump scares, more violent action scenes, and I think the most violent the MCU has ever been is in this film. While it is PG-13, it goes pretty tough, close to rated R with the PG-13 action scenes. And it's just a beautiful film to look at. All of the magic, if that's Doctor Strange or America Chavez or Wanda, it's all beautiful to look at. Going to the different multiverses, that was a lot of fun, with a lot of unique world building for each of the universes that we go into in the movie. So just a gorgeous film to look at. Crazy, it is a very crazy, hectic movie from the opening scene on for the rest of the movie, which I actually kind of liked, especially for Sam Raimi directing it. The craziness doesn't just, you don't walk into it, it happens opening scene of the movie, which is got me very excited. So Sam Raimi for me is a #1 plus for this film. Having him behind the camera, you can tell he got to do a lot of what he wanted to do while fitting the MCU template that has been set for the last close to 15 years. So let's also talk about some of the performances. For me, by far and away, the MVP of this film is Wanda, who, again, I'm just going to say, I'll just say spoilers for WandaVision, because I am going to be talking about what happened at WandaVision, but the mixture of both Wanda Maximoff and Scarlet Witch, kind of being two separate people, was amazing to watch this movie. Elizabeth Olsen for me has become an easy top 3, maybe even top 5, even top 3 MCU character to me. I absolutely loved WandaVision. A lot of people really were salty on it towards the end. I actually enjoyed every episode, even though the finale didn't hit home for me all the way. I still adore the show, and she's one of the biggest reasons why. She's fantastic in the show. I think she has even more to do from a villain kind of point of view, actually now finally being the Scarlet Witch in this film. And I think she has the most emotional and more connective story in the entire film. It really rewards you for watching WandaVision, because a lot of the emotional moments and the story that I was most interested the most in the entire movie was hers. And I give a lot of credit to Elizabeth Olsen and what they did with WandaVision, and really the whole evolution of this character all the way back from Avengers Age of Ultron. So for me, it was a must-watch Wanda film for the most part as well. Benedict Cumberbatch, of course, great as Doctor Strange. This is not top tier Doctor Strange. I still prefer him in Infinity War as my favorite usage of the character. But he has a lot of different Doctor Stranges that he has to play, which is not a spoiler. It's in the trailers, and he has a lot of fun doing so. And also Benedict Wong has a fun time coming back as Wong. I really liked America Chavez in the film. I do wish they probably included her in an earlier film and then get her in here. But she's a really fun character with a lot of fun set of powers that if you're not familiar with the comics, I think you'll have a lot of fun with America Chavez. And Rachel McAdams has a lot more to do as Christine Palmer than I thought heading in. She's one of the key storylines in the movie, and her relationship with Strange is essential, is an essential storyline in the film. So that was all great. It was a fast-paced 2 hours and 6 minutes. This movie is pretty much full steam ahead from the beginning to the end. Sometimes it's too fast for its own good, but I actually liked the speed of the film. It felt like you can never leave your seat. You just wanted to keep watching the movie. I had to use the bathroom in the theater. I never went because it was just so intense watching the film. Danny Elfman is now the new composer after Giacchino did the first Doctor Strange film. He reunites with Sam Raimi and delivers a really great, haunting, but also superhero-like score that really elevates the movie. So I had an absolute blast from start to finish. I think a lot of people who are not enjoying this film. I don't know. Again, there's a lot of different opinions. I am a very positive person on this film. I had a great time watching the movie. The actors are fantastic. And these is a great cast of characters that are in the mix, especially Wanda being for me the clear MVP of the movie. And the fact of, as I love my favorite part, I think everyone's favorite part of the MCU is the connective tissue now, not just with the movies, but with the TV shows. And this is the first time it kind of dipped its toes into the TV show world, putting it on the big screen. I thought they did a fabulous job with Wanda herself, by far and away, the strongest aspect of the movie. Let's get into some of my negatives, and I do have some negatives. I would say that this movie did not get to great for me. I thought it was a really good movie. It was really close to great. I had a blast watching the movie. I gave a very positive score. I did think the film was missing a couple of things. One, I do actually believe, I'll talk this more in the spoiler review, that I felt it should have just been Wanda's movie from start to finish, because Doctor Strange doesn't really have a character arc at all really throughout the entire film. He's kind of the same character throughout, or has the same motives throughout the entire film. And I feel like every time we cut back to Wanda, the film became a lot stronger. Not that Doctor Strange isn't interesting, but the different psyche of Wanda being the Scarlet Witch, having the Darkhold, all these different things elevates that film. And I felt like, to me, if Wanda was the main character and Doctor Strange was a supporting character, I felt like this film could have worked a lot better, because it felt like it was trying to balance at times which storyline to go. There'd be times where there'd be a 20-minute sequence where you don't see Wanda or you don't see Doctor Strange. You kind of miss their presence. So I would have loved they needed a complete main character, and I felt like they should have gone Wanda instead of Doctor Strange. A couple of the elements, there's a couple spoiler elements that I want to get I can't get into some of my negatives because they are kind of spoiler driven as well. Positives and negatives that I want to talk about in my spoiler review on Monday, because I'm trying to walk around any of the main plot lines of the movie. I do think that because we're in the multiverse, I think the MCU needs to work on the stakes. Because there are multiple people in each of these universes, or the same people, I do think the MCU needs to work on, even though, yes, there's multiple people and one person dying doesn't mean that our Doctor Strange is dead. I do believe that they do need to start raising the stakes and make deaths in the multiverse feel a lot more strongly than they do. As I said, they should have, America Chavez is a fun character, but they kind of rush through her backstory because there's so much already going on. And I'm shocked that she's probably the most important character in the entire film to the plot, between this Doctor Strange and Wanda face-off. that they should have probably introduced her in a prior film. I know she was supposed to come in No Way Home. They probably should have done that because they just needed to get into clearly the movie and the script just wants to get to the action as quickly as possible, which is totally cool. But they're introducing such a key component to the film, and I didn't believe that they kind of rushed through her thing. As the movie at times does feel at times rushed. I love the first two. I thought the third act was okay. And a big reason is that they feel like the movie just wants to keep going. It doesn't take a lot of time to breathe and settle down. And I wish the movie did that a bit more. But overall, as I said, I had a blast with this movie. I can't wait to actually talk spoilers. Also, by the way, a good note, there are 2 credit scenes. There's a mid-credit scene and all the way after all the credits are done. So there's 2 post-credit scenes, so definitely stay for both, I would say. Don't even hint at what they are, but I had a blast with Doctor Strange and Multiverse Madness. It wasn't as top tier MCU as I wanted it to be, but it doesn't mean it's a bad movie or a mess of a film like other people are saying. So I'm going to give Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness a 4 out of 5 stars. I'm going to give 78% for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I had a great time. It's a really good movie. I wanted it to be near 85% or above for my rating. Sadly, it's at 78, but that's my thoughts on this. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe, do all those things. As I said, tomorrow also I'll have my spoiler review of Ozark season 4 part 2. Monday, you're going to have both the box office breakdown. We're going to break down Doctor Strange's box office at the box office this past weekend. And we're also going to do a spoiler review of this. And we're going to go all into spoilers, talking about the post-credit scenes, talking about the ending and what it means for the MCU. So I can't wait to talk about it with you guys. Like the video, and I'll see you guys soon.